Thank you all for joining me today in today's continuing urgency meeting about resilience. I know I've thrown a lot of stuff at you on these several hundred episodes around this construct about resilience. The concept and the intention to illuminate, to share with you this quality that we all have from birth, that we all have in common, that I want to at least demonstrate to you my commitment to it, my passionate feeling and interest in this term called resilience. That is not mine, it's not yours. We do have it individually, independently, but also we have it as part of the collective. Meaning, this quality, like many that we have, is our duty, from my perspective, my duty, my intention to not convince you, to have you consider sharing these kind of talents that we all have some different mixture, concoction, solution within us of all the goodness that comes from our Creator. All good stuff. But none of that stuff, none of those talents, none of those gifts are exclusive to me or to you. We get them distributed to us by some ration or some balance from that Creator. So logically, it would make sense to take a step back or a step forward with the wider perspective or understanding or awareness of what we do have. Because typically, during our daily challenges and successes / lessons / failures, we tend to focus on what we do not have, what we have lost, what was taken from us. But many times, including me, we tend to forget what we do have from that said Creator. Even the things that come across our paths that are not as comfortable or as pleasant as we would want them to be. I think that's a key point in this conversation today. What we want is many times not even close to what we need, particularly in this moment. With all the turmoil, wars, conflicts, politics, lack of this, lack of that, a lost case in court, regardless of what happens to us. Remember this also, which I have alluded to in other episodes. What happens to you, believe it or not, is not about you. What happens to me is not about me. This is probably a difficult pill to swallow. But let's start with what happens to you. Although, obviously, getting that pink slip, getting that being served with a suit or a lawsuit or a subpoena or an accusation, that doesn't feel good. It knocks you back on your heels, which may be the intention, but that's not for you. Let me explain. That happens to you, to the body of you. It should not ever touch your spirit, your soul, the essence of you. Now, if you have not taken the time to define that, to be aware of that, to know that at your heart level, who you are, not what you are, not what has been served in court, not what has been accused of an offense. It's really not for you. Remember, although you and I are presented, insisted to exist in this world, it's not just for you and I individually to go about our ways, willy-nilly, however we want to do it, and thinking it has nothing to do with anyone else. We are here as examples of that creator, as a manifestation of that creator, however you decide to call upon him or it, however you define it for yourself. What happens to you is not for you. It's through you as an example to those who must witness you, who must encounter you, who must meet with you. And you must meet with everyone in your journey in this life. Yes, part of that fate thing I mentioned to you many episodes ago. That fate, while it sounds final, negative, the fate, even this discussion today, is part of your journey. There's some good stuff in here. Maybe not necessarily from me today, although that's my intention, to give you something positive, of value, of yes, of love. Now, whether you take it that way or not, I really have no control of that. What I do have control of, or have a vested interest in, is relating to you my sincerity, my curiosity, my genuineness. What is original to me as it comes through me and then to you. So what happens to you, what happens to me, is not for you or me specifically. It is part of our journey here to go through it, withstand it, present your resilience through it, present what was given to you and I as common, meaning, yes, these things happen to me, these things happen to you, not pleasant, somewhat uncomfortable, maybe even punitive. However, it's not about you. It's not about me. What comes through me to you is not because I know something you don't know. As I see it, as part of my mission is to share what I've been exposed to, what I become more aware of, moment by moment, day by day, and then share it. I hope sincerely it does help someone out there with working through a problem, a question, and not driving towards the answer, but maybe getting an understanding, a piece of wisdom that can be used going forward, always forward, never going back to reverse analyze or reverse engineer what happened in the past, or even worse, to project what will happen in the future. That is something we will never, ever be able to touch or control. So consider that. What happens to us today, like this conversation, is not about me. It's not about you. It is from me to you today, but only if it supports you on your personal journey and the uncovering, the recovering, and the discovering of who you truly are at your heart of your essence, getting you closer and closer to understanding and aligning with who and what brought you here, even in this conversation today. Stay present. Stay current. No matter where you are in this world, please do remember, it is always 8:20.